Hello, boys and girls. This is Mrs. Kirsch. Some of you probably have met me, and maybe some of you are new, but I am the gait and enrichment teacher at Aurora and Osgood Elementary. And today I am going to run through the mystery number lesson. I'm going to help you out with the first couple of clues so you know what to expect. You can see from that first slide what to do, and they're all going to go the same way. So there'll be 6 different problems that I would like you to try. Just do your best. If it's really hard, all I ask is you just keep reading the clues, use your best guess, use deductive reasoning, logical thinking, just use that brain. All right, so I am going to run through. This is what you are going to see, the goals that I want you to do, and then I'll get to the clues. But I just want to go over some vocabulary because you might not know all of these words. So I'm going to go over those words a little bit for you. All right, so the first one here, this is the mystery number. So you are going to see that template. All right, goal number 1 says to identify the ones, tens, and hundreds digits of a number. All right, so go ahead and say the word identify. 1, 2, 3, identify. When we identify, it means that we find or point out something. It's like we are a detective looking for something. We want to look for ones, tens, and hundreds digits of our 3-digit numbers. The second word we want to know is the word digit. Can you say the word digit? Say it with me. 1, 2, 3. Digit. Digit is a fancy way to say number. So our first goal is to identify or find the ones, tens, and hundreds digits or numbers of 3-digit numbers, which means numbers have a digit in the ones place, the tens place, and the hundreds place. So all of the slides, you have to have 3 numbers. Okay, so you'll have one in the hundreds, one in the tens, and one in the ones. All right, so an example of a 3-digit number would be 123. The number 1 is in the hundreds place, the number 2 is in the tens place, and the number 3 is in the ones place. All right, our second goal is to interpret the terms between, more than, and less than. Now, interpret. Say that word out loud. 1, 2, 3. Interpret. That means to figure out. That means our job is to be able to figure out how the words between, more than, and less than help us with our secret number. All right. Then our third goal is to use addition and subtraction to solve problems. So we will use basic facts to solve our problems. This means we need to add or combine numbers to find the sum. We will use that word in our first slide. You'll see the word sum. And sometimes you will need to subtract or find the difference between numbers. All right, and our fourth goal is to use logical reasoning to solve problems. Logical reasoning means we want to do what makes sense. When the clues give us a hint, we need to use logical reasoning to use that clue to help us make sense of how that clue helps us get closer to our secret number. All right, so to help us use our secret number, you will also need a pencil and a paper so you can write that out to narrow down the possibilities. So if you do not have pen and paper handy, pause this video really quick and grab a pencil and paper, or pen or marker, whatever. Just use a writing utensil, all right, to solve this mystery number. All right. So each slide in your activity is going to look like this. Okay, so this is going to be your first slide. Okay, it's going to give you the clues. And like I said, it's always going to be a 3-digit number. So what I like to do right away is I like to write. Now I'm going to write, hopefully you can still see if I write over here. Okay, so this is my hundreds. This is my tens, and this is my ones. Hundreds, tens, and ones. Okay, hopefully you can see that. Yep, okay, good. All right, let's go to the first clue. All right, so the first clue says it is less than 300. So right away, it says the words less than, okay? And if you know this little sign, I always think about that right away, the less than 300. So I know this number cannot be above 300. So if you write on the slide, my mystery number is 301, I know that you did not follow the first clue, all right? So the word less than, remember we want to interpret the word between, which means we want to figure out the word less than. All right, I know that less than means the number cannot be greater than 300. All right, so now we also know that it has to be a 3-digit number. So if we look over here again, we know there has to be a number in the hundreds. Okay, so can we put a 0 in the hundreds? No, we can't. Okay, so we know that our number has to be at least 100. It could also be 200. Now, could we have a number that starts with 300? If you said no, you are correct. So you know your mystery number has to start with a 1 or a 2. All right, so that will help you out a ton right away. So you now know my number has to be between 100 and 299. Now that is still a lot of numbers, but we're only on our first clue, okay? So it's all right. Now we're going to go to clue number 2. All right. This one says the tens digit is 4 more than the hundreds digit. Okay? So if our hundreds digit is a 1, what is 4 more than 100? Okay, 1 plus 4 is, you said 5, you're correct. Okay, so we already know that if it's a 1, it has to be a 5 in the tens digit. Now, it also, we still have not gotten rid of the 2. So we have to ask ourselves, how much is 4 more than 2? If you said 6, you are correct. All right, so we know our number right now, I hope you can see that on the board, what I'm writing. We know that our number says it has to be 150 something. It has to be 260 something. We don't know what those are yet. We're going to go to our next clue and see if that can help us. Ooh, this is a good one. It says the sum of the digits is 9. So we know that this number and this number, and we're not sure what this number is, has to equal 9. Now, remember when I was going over the goals, I told you that sum means you are going to add. So we are going to add 1 plus 5 plus what to get to 9? All right, so you would do 1 plus 5 equals 6. Then I'm actually not going to tell you what this number is right here because I want you to figure that out because you are in second grade and I know you know 1 plus 5 plus what equals 9. All right, and then the next one would be 2 plus 6 plus what equals 9. Okay, so when you have that number down, it's only going to be between these two numbers. Okay, and then you're going to go to your fourth clue and you're going to hope to decide, oh, yep, this fourth clue is going to tell me it's either this number or this number. Okay, so let's go to clue number 4. All right, it says the hundredths digit is 2 less than the ones digit. Okay, so whatever number you came up with right here and right here, is that 2 less? Is this number right here 2 less than this number? Now it's only going to be one of them. So it's going to be either 150 blank or 260 blank. You have to decide. All right. And then you are going to write your mystery number on that slide, and then you get to go to the next one. Okay, so like I said, there's 6 of them. I've helped you out with this first slide kind of a lot. Hopefully that helped you kind of walk through it. They do get harder as they go on, but hopefully the more you do it, it really helps to have that pen and paper. It helps to use that logical reasoning. Make sure to write down exactly what it's saying. All right, and you should have no problem solving all of those slides. And if you have problems or you're not sure, you're stuck on one, you can let me know. I am here to help you. All right, I can't wait to see what you come up with. Good luck.